you really easy to buy from? If somebody wants your product or your service, do they know exactly how to buy from you? Now, I know that this probably seems a ridiculously straightforward question, but this is a conversation that constantly comes up with people building businesses who are frustrated that customers seem to be slow to buy or reticent to buy, or they're just not taking that step. You know that you can absolutely help them. Your product, your service is totally brilliant. It will make all the difference to them, but people are just not taking the bait. They're just not going ahead and actually asking to buy. And here is the interesting challenge. What too many people do is believe that if customers want your product or your service, they're going to tell you, or they're going to ask you. They're going to come to you and say, please, can I buy from you? But actually, this is quite an outdated way of thinking, because with our internet generation as we are now, everything is so instantaneous. Getting hold of information is all at the fingertips, and people want answers to their questions very quickly. They want you as a seller, a provider, a supplier, they want you to make their decision making and their buying as easy as humanly possible. Frankly, people are just lazy and they can't be bothered. But there's also the element that if people don't get a feeling from you that you really want to work with them, then they might not actually be sure if you want them as a customer. So the key things that you need to do is make sure you are absolutely as easy as possible to buy from, so that you're not putting any possible obstacles in the way between a customer making the decision they'd like to work with you and them cracking on and sending you cash and getting going with something. So you want to think about things like, how available is the information about what you do? If somebody went to your website, if they went to each of your different social media channels, if they looked at your email, your regular emails or anything like that, can they really easily find information about the specifics of your products or your services and at least a ballpark idea of the price? Can they go and find that information so that they can arm themselves around whether you are the right kind of person for them to work with? Is that information all over the show? Is it easy to find? Think about making sure that people can easily contact you. It's fascinating these days. Lots of people don't have landlines anymore. Some people don't offer numbers at all. We all know about big companies where it's near impossible to get in touch with anybody. But as a customer, that is so frustrating. Now, I wouldn't say that you should be available 24/7. In fact, I'd say you definitely shouldn't be available for 24/7. You should have some boundaries. But what it should be obvious to your customer is how to get in touch with you. How can they contact you? You don't have to be instantly available and immediately responsive, but you should make it really easy for a customer to reach out to you if they want to. Also make sure that you are regularly asking people if they would like to buy. And that can be as simple as making sure that quite regularly, typically 1 in 5 of your social media posts should be something quite specific about a service that you offer, the price that it comes for, and how somebody can buy. But loads of people don't include that kind of direct sales content in their marketing because they think someone will ask me if they want it, but you're making the customer do the work. That's not their job. That bit's your job. So make sure you've got regular content that says, this is what I sell, this is who it's for, this is what it does, this is how much it costs, here's how to come and get it. Get that stuff into your content much more frequently. And then the last thing I would say is always ask somebody. If you're having a conversation with somebody that's expressed an interest in what you do, and expressing an interest doesn't have to be going as far as how much does it cost or how does that work. It doesn't have to be a direct question that makes you think, right, they want to buy. But if somebody is being inquisitive, if they're asking you questions about what it is you do and who you do it for, if somebody's asked for a call with you or something like that, if they're asking for your time and they want to talk about what you do, always make sure that you tell them what you do, how much it costs, how they can buy, and ask them if they'd like to go ahead. Ask them if they're interested. So many people back away at that final point because they just think they've got all the information, they know what I do, they know where I am, they know who I am, they will tell me if they want it. Don't make them do the work. Always ask the question. The worst case scenario is they're going to say no, they're not interested, but at least at that point in time, you know that. You're not going to waste your time thinking about following up and when should you follow up and how should you follow up and should you follow up now, later, too late, who knows. Ask them the question and then you'll get absolute clarity on that. If you would like to work with me in 2024, just put a comment under wherever you're seeing this video, hit reply if this is in an email, or get in touch with me on my social media channels. I'm always available for a chin wag to talk about exactly how I work, and I'd love to help you grow your business this year.